and you can quote this on me. There is no way the Orioles or Red Sox make the playoffs this season. Yeah, yeah. There's no way. There's no way.
I set the bar really low at the NBA predictions.
I don't think all Mavs fans look into the stats like I do.
It's not the great value Target brand toilet paper or whatever. It's the Charmin Ultra Strong.
I don't know if Nick Nurse is the coach for the Raptors. I don't know if he's the reason why they won the 2019 championship. I feel like that was more of a team effort.
The Mavs cannot say we do not miss Seth Curry shooting threes.
This questions the firing of Dwayne Casey, who I think is a very underrated coach.
To me, the Capitals really pushed all their chips for this season.
Hello, I'm Mike Grimes, and you've been listening to Outsiders Opinions with Kevin and Austin.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our MLB Opinions of the Week. I'm Kevin, and I'm joined by the man. Could this man be a Yankee? Vlad Guerrero Jr., Austin.
I don't necessarily know if that's going to happen, but we'll see. The crazy part is that the Toronto Blue Jays and Vlad Guerrero Jr. have been in talks regarding an extension, and they apparently have not been close with their bids. Vlad Jr. wants a lot more than what they're giving him, and the extension was apparently under $600 million from the Blue Jays, but he didn't really talk about term. Do you think that he stays, or do you think that he's traded before the season, or do you think he's traded trade deadline, or what do you think happens?
I don't think he's traded at trade deadline. I don't know if he stays because you're kind of talking about it. So he disputed. I saw something that was like 15. He wants 15 years. I don't know for the amount though. Probably more than 600 million. But he said this Yahoo Sports article said he disputed speculation. He sought a deal similar to the 15-year, 765 million contract that Juan Soto signed. But I do think he maybe wants a long term. And wants a lot, and I can understand with Toronto if you don't want to give him that much.
I don't
kind of want to.
It's tough. He's played better defensively recently, especially when he's moved to third base. But asking Soto money, I think, is a little bit. I mean, I know why he wants it. Everyone wants to be the first, right? So everyone's going to be pushing for that largest contract ever. But it's hard when that bar is set so high by the Soto deal.
Yeah, and you have to think about it, too, because it just raises – to me, when you raise the ceiling, you raise the floor of just contracts. And so Guerrero's contract, because he's a good hitter, but as you mentioned, defensively, and I think he's still relatively young, so I understand not wanting to give him a massive deal for like 10 years or 15 for a lot of money when you're still trying to figure it out. And – I'm curious, how much money does Toronto want to pay? Of course, they were talking about Shohei Ohtani and Yamamoto, but was that really true? So I think they can go in a variety of ways. I don't think he goes to the Yankees. I was just making that as a joke. I could see a team, though, going, we want a hitter. Because I do think he's a good hitter. Yeah, well, they got Freeman.
Well, he plays third base.
Wait, they moved Vlad to third base again? I thought he was at first.
Is he? He could definitely play third. Has he not been playing more third?
I thought he'd just been at first. They may have moved him back to third.
Let me see how many games he played at third.
Because I know he started at third, but then he moved to first because they were worried about defense.
Got it. Yeah, he played 12 games last year at third. So you'd have to move it back to third.
Yeah. I could view – trying to think of a team. Because that's going to be – because Alonso signed a one-year deal, or did he sign a multi-year deal with the Mets?
I thought it was more than 1 year, but it was 2 years. 2 years, $54 million.
Okay, yeah, so that doesn't –
With the player option.
Okay, because I'm wondering, do they what does the first baseman market look like next year if it was going to be Alonso and Vlad Guerrero. But if it's really just Vlad Guerrero, that I would say increases his price. But it's just hard to tell who's going to spend big money, except the Dodgers. Yeah, no, I'm very interested. I I think you're going to have to wait and see. I think you could. It would make sense for the Blue Jays to trade him if they realize they're just not going to be able to get it done.
They made some moves this offseason to show that they want to somewhat be good this year, but if you don't re-sign Vlad, I do think it's back to the drawing board a little bit.
Yeah, and it's kind of they traded a lot of guys to get some guys. They were good, but I don't think they're great. So sorry, fighting a sneeze.
No, you're good. You're good.
So kind of seeing what could happen with them, like they're not great, so I could see them going, okay, we're gonna move in a different direction from him and spend the money elsewhere. Kind of like what you saw with the Rangers do with Joey Gallo. They trade Joey Gallo, but I think Guerrero is a better hitter than Gallo at that time. But the Rangers realized we need to fix some things, and you could see the Blue Jays do that with Vlad. But yeah, I don't know. I'll say he stays. This may just be like disputing points. What about you?
I think he stays for the beginning of the season, and then if no progress is made during midseason, he's traded at the deadline or around the deadline.
Yeah, so we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, a weird situation because I don't think he deserves that Soto money, but he's going to keep asking for it and just see like, okay, fine.
And I understand it, even though if I don't think he's worth it.
Yeah, no. It's just kind of like, well, that's higher, make me higher, and then it's that whole thing. But yeah, we'll have to see. Just especially with the crazy contracts that have come. So lately, you have Judge, you have Otani, then Soto this past year. So we'll have to keep an eye on that. I'll let you close this one out.
Thank you guys for listening. Please let us know what you guys think about the Vlad contract and where you think he'll go.